All right. I kind of got a weird angle right here. My mirror is like right here, so sorry about that. I kind of put my camera at a weird angle. I guess I don't know. I'll adjust it later, I guess. But um, yeah, I just felt like making try to adjust it a little bit better, I guess. Yeah, I just felt like making a live video. I actually I had, I can't. This is driving me nuts. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I gotta adjust this. I'm sorry. I just can't. That's driving me nuts. Oh fuck. Damn. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me try to. Let me. This is not working. Okay. Give me 1 second, Joe. Okay. Gotta having a little bit of technical difficulties here. I'm gonna get it right though. Okay. I think we're good now. I think. Sorry about that, y'all. I just struggling for a second there. I think I'm good now. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm actually just getting off of work, and I had to drive all the way back to work because like I accidentally took my work key with me. I had to drive all the way back to work because the guy on second shift needs it to, have during his work shift. So that's what I'm doing right now. I had to, drive all the way back, and so I'm basically driving back home. But I just wanted to make a live video, I guess, to kind of help pass the time by, I guess. And since I'm already out, I'm going to stop by the store. I need to get like a clippers to like trim my hair, my beard up. So I'll probably stop by the store, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, the video or the topic of this live is, so I feel very much scammed, like as far as just being an adult now and kind of like what I thought it would be like. I feel scammed. I feel like I got ripped off when it comes to dating, when it comes to just overall like my life. And for the most part, like I did all the things that I was told that I was supposed to do. I was told to get a job like right out of high school. I've been working since I was 16, trying to save money. I did go to college for a short period of time. I did not finish because what I was going to school for, like I got a lot of, I guess you could say like feedback that career choice was not that lucrative. So I kind of lost motivation to finish. I was going for automotive. Which I do like to work on cars and stuff like that. But, there was a lot of like math classes and stuff like that I had to do, which I don't like doing math. I really don't like doing academic work. Yes, I did graduate high school, but I really did hate school. I did not like school at all. It was very boring to me. I did not find it interesting. I do find like taking stuff apart and figuring out how to put it back together when I have the time to do it. I do find that to be pretty interesting and fun. But just like, doing math and English and stuff like that is kind of annoying to me. It's not very enjoyable. I don't really like it, in other words. So, but in other words, like I did all the things outside of, finish college that, I was told to do. Um, so I've always, worked. I've had two jobs the majority of my life, to be honest. Um, I've had two jobs. I didn't want two jobs, but in this world, in this economy, even back when I was younger, two jobs was almost like you kind of needed to have it to kind of get ahead. Now it's kind of hard to even get ahead with two jobs. So my point is, I feel I feel ripped off. I feel kind of scammed in the sense of I thought that life in general was going to be a certain way when I was younger. After I became an adult, you I thought that I thought that by now I would be like married. I would have kids. I thought I would have just overall like thing kind of just figured out. Um, I did not know that my dating and love life would turn out to be anything that it has. I didn't think that women in general would be the way that they are. And it's not just me. Like a lot of men see dating and the relationship and the whole dating experience the way that I do. It's like now it's this weird thing where everybody just kind of wants to be into this polygamy thing, or they're gay or they're lesbian, and well, in my case, lesbian, they're lesbian, and everybody wants to be into like this overly like loose, free, like sexual lifestyle, and I'm not into that. I don't know, but this seems like this is the thing that everybody's doing, and I don't know. It's just not like it used to be. Like dating is very different. Again, everybody is just on this whole new hookup culture, basically. The best way that I can describe it. Like I said, I'll see women that I'm very attracted to, that I'm into, that I feel like are my. I have different kind of types. I kind of like white girls. I kind of like hippie type chicks. I like black girls too, obviously. But black girls seem to not really like me that much. I don't know if it's just I don't know. This is what it seems like. I've had black girls. I've dated black girls, and I have had black girls, and I've have been interested in me. But typically, like, I found it easier to connect with white women. I don't know why. Necessarily I don't necessarily want it to be like that, but it seems like it's easier for me to date white women. I could be wrong. Um, Again, I don't discriminate. I love black women, but black women really seem to be going into like the thugs, basically. I'll just say it, thugs, uh, Pookie Ray Rays, those type of guys. Which don't get me wrong. You catch me on the wrong day, that kind of side of me can come out. But typically, I'm pretty laid back. I'm pretty chill. Y'all, give me 1 second. All right, I gotta go in here and get some gas real quick. All right, just give me like 1 second. Be right back. All right, so I'm back. Sorry about that. Just had to get some fuel.
Normal voltage. The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Bluetooth device is ready.
The Bluetooth device connection is successful.
So anyway, I'm back. I forget what I was saying. But sorry, I got kind of distracted. She's kind of cute actually. Oh, she looks. Anyway, oh well. But yeah, so I forget where I was at in the conversation, but something about like I just feel ripped off, scammed, especially when it comes to dating, just my love life. Like people in general today, nowadays, they just really everybody seems undateable. Talking about women, basically, obviously, I'm a man. Most women today seem undateable. They seem like nothing really like there's nothing you can do as a man today to basically satisfy a woman. One of the only few things that women really will respond to seemingly is basically like if you look like a supermodel or you're just extremely rich. I've mentioned this in other videos where like most men today, it's like most women are completely uninterested in men. It's like unless you're rich or again you're like one of these just like drop dead gorgeous perfect body and you somehow managed to get to a place in life where you're just doing extremely well, like you're basically rich, you're like a millionaire or a billionaire, they feel like they're settling. It's like gone are the days where men can just actually be normal men. Like you don't have to be a billionaire and be basically the equivalent of a supermodel in aesthetics and looks, and you can still attract a good woman, a pretty woman. It's like the internet has convinced most women that to get with them, to deserve them, you just have to have everything going right now. Again, or they deserve better and they're settling if you're not just that guy, you know, and that makes absolutely no sense to me at all. And you know, I'm looking and listening to other men of all types across the board that look different ways, that are in different financial positions, that look better than me, that look worse than me, that anything and everything in between. They're all saying the same thing. And it's just, I feel very ripped off. I feel very scammed. I feel like, you know, this world that we live in now, like, you know, I just thought it would be different, you know. So that's just my feelings of, you know, feeling like, you know, just overall, like, not really happy with, I guess you could say, like, that level of things. Now, there's other areas in my life that are okay and that are slowly improving. But I just hate that nowadays there's this narrative of, you know, you shouldn't be dating, you shouldn't be really basically entertaining anybody romantically unless you are just doing extremely well in life, meaning like you're rich, you own like, I don't know, 4 or 5 businesses, and everything in your life is just going perfect. Like you should be working like 7 days a week, no days off, basically killing yourself and trying to become a billionaire. Then you'll be worthy and deserving of getting a beautiful woman. Like that's basically what the narrative of how modern men should date. But it wasn't always like that though. You know, it used to be like you could just used to be you could be a man and just have a job. And you were seen as an attractive male. You were seen as a good man to be with, to date, to procreate with. But now it's like if you just have a job, you know, you're mediocre, you're dusty. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I'm looking around in the world and all these women that are making all these demands for like this high top tier quality of guy. I'm looking at most of them, and most of them are nowhere near that level of lifestyle. Most of them are actually struggling in life themselves. Most of them are actually having a hard time. Like most of the women that are saying, hey, I won't talk to you unless you make, I don't know, $300,000 a year minimum. And, you know, you got to pay for me to, I don't know, all these kind of ridiculous, crazy things. You know, I actually listen to the things that women say. Like, I'm like trying to see if these things that they're saying, like, actually are reasonable, make sense. And the majority of them are just really just outrageous demands and, you know, requirements and you know what I'm saying, expectations of the modern man. You know, I feel like this, and you have a job, you have a car, you have a way to support yourself, and at the very least you have a house or home, you're doing the right things. The problem isn't that men aren't working hard enough. The problem is that today the value of money has gone down drastically and is continuously going down, and it's inflation. People say that that's making excuses, but it's really not. Like the average man used to could take care of an entire family with one job by himself. Now women are saying that men don't make enough money. If you don't make enough money, you're brokey, you're dusty. But it's not that men don't make enough money. It's that the cost of everything is going up. These same jobs that these men work in the same way at one point in time was enough. These same men that women look down on now for working a 9 to 5 used to be the breadwinners. They were the breadwinners. They were basically able to take care of their life. But now, since everything is so expensive, women call them broke now because inflation. What was once enough is not enough now. But again, these same men, these same jobs, these same type of careers that these men were working, now it's not enough. Now you have to get 2 and 3 jobs just to be able to support like yourself, basically. But you know, I just hate it, man. I've seen so many videos online on YouTube, posts of guys talking about how dating is, you know, nearly impossible because, you know, women just have these ridiculous expectations about like they deserve and should have out of a man. And if you ain't giving me that, then you don't deserve me. You know, like over the top, like demands and expectations. So what do you do? And then I get kind of annoyed when I hear people say things like, "Oh, you think a relationship is going to complete you and make you feel fulfilled and stuff like that?" I'm just like, no. But like I said in my past live video, my last one, like I hate that people act like now that because you want and desire a very natural human thing that you're somehow saying that without this relationship, I'm not complete. I think that a relationship, romantic relationships, are very big parts of life. I think those things they matter. I think those things matter a lot. Now, some people might not care, some people might not want to date, but I feel like typically, like romance, sex, relationships, having a female to, spend time with, to have intimate, relations and stuff like that with, I think that's a pretty big deal to most grown adults. And I get annoyed when I see people act like, oh, because you want that, like you're somehow saying that, or they make it seem like, oh, you're wrong. You think that this relationship is going to complete you. No, I didn't say that, but I do think that it's a very big, large portion of life. And again, I do believe that romance and romantic relationships are very important, and they matter a lot to humans, or to adult humans in general, in particular, I mean. So while I don't feel like you should be operating in the space of, oh, well, you can't live without it, I do feel like it's a very fundamental thing. Like, I do feel like it's very important to have that. And when I mean like relationships, I mean like as a male going out on dates with a woman, and I don't believe in having, lots of sexual relations with just random women. I don't believe in that. I know some people believe in that lifestyle. I don't. I want to be a one woman man, but that's again, this is becoming a more like uncommon thing because everybody is into this, this polygamous thing now. Everybody wants to be a polygamist. Everybody wants to kind of do this swinging thing, and I don't really rock with it. I'm not into it. I don't like the idea of, some other guy banging my partner, and if that makes me possessive, then oh well. I just don't like the idea of it. I don't like the idea of sleeping with somebody else and then going to sleep with, you know what I'm saying? But it's almost like now most people are not satisfied if they can't have multiple sexual partners. Now most people believe and feel like they can't be happy unless they have multiple people sexually and romantically. They feel like one person is just not enough. I don't feel like that. I feel like that is something that we have adopted in this modern culture. And I feel like this is something that we kind of like brainwashed ourselves into believing. Oh, well, I have to have multiple partners. Like, no, you don't. Like, why do you think that? Why do you think that? Because when you sleep with a man or a woman that sleeps with somebody else and you sleep with somebody else, you're not just sleeping with them, you're sleeping with everybody else they're sleeping with. You're basically getting all of their energy into your being, basically. I don't like the idea of it. I just, but again, it's almost like now, like a one relationship to one person is like looked at as like, oh, you like one person? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you want to just sleep with one person? It's like, yeah, why do I need more than one person? Like that's the weird thing to do now. Like it's weird to like just have one person. in a relationship. Like, oh, you don't sleep with multiple people? Like, we're not made to just be with like one person. Like, says who? Says who? Oh, because you find multiple people attractive? Okay. I don't know. I just find it very hard to relate to people in general, like, because everybody has this new kind of like ideology when it comes to stuff like this. And I can't really seem to like find anybody that I'm on the same page with. Everybody's into this new shit. I'm just like, bruh. Now there's a group of men, there is a demographic of men that still are traditional and still want traditional relationships. You know, but again, those men are kind of made to seem like, you know, oh, they're controlling, oh, they're possessive, because again, they're not into all this, you know. God damn, bro. The fuck? Oh my god. Anyway, sorry, he just put his turning signal on at the last minute. Anyway, again, there's a certain percentage of people that are into traditional relationships, and you know, they're kind of seen as like, you know, they're controlling or possessive because they're not into all this, you know, all overly like freedom when it comes to like sexuality and stuff like that. Like, you know, they're seen as possessive if, you know, they don't want to share their girlfriend or their wife with other men. I say, why would I want to sleep with you when you let some other guy knock you down, crack you, fuck you, basically? Why would I want another guy to fuck the woman that I'm in love with? This is another thing with this whole, like, another reason why I'm not really into a lot of this spiritual stuff the way I used to be, because I feel like spirituality just kind of gives people an excuse or a space to just kind of be like sexually, you know, reckless in many ways, because, oh, you know, spirituality, and, you know, once you start talking about, you know, all this other type shit, then it's like anything kind of goes, like, you know, infinite consciousness. Well, let's just all have a fucking sex orgy because everything is one. So no, I'm in this body, in a male body. I'm attracted to females. I like pussy. Like, I want to find a partner, a mate, and I want to just it to be just us. I'm not into, I mean, yes, I believe in spirituality, but again, where I kind of draw the line at is where, you know, people want to be like, oh, you know, you should want to share your girlfriend or your wife. You shouldn't want to like possess them. I'm like, I don't think that's possessing. I think that's just common respect. To not like have another man like fucking my wife or my girlfriend. Like, why would I want to share the person that I basically have a soul tie with if we're in a relationship and we're having sexual relations? Why would I want to sit there and watch some other guy bang my girl? Oh, because it's free and spirituality and all this other spiritual bullshit. It's like, no, absolutely not. Like, no. Again, that's where I draw the line at, you know, with a lot of this stuff. You know, it's like, again, my problem with, again, I see a lot of women that, you know, I find attractive, that I do find attractive, that, you know, I just like their vibe, I like their style. But then it's like, I find out that, you know, they're either like, you know, into like this polygamous lifestyle, or like they're just like overly like loose and sexual, or they're like a lesbian, or like they're bi, or something like that, where it's just like, it makes it extremely hard to like, you know, have a traditional relationship in the sense of, you know, a man and a woman, that normal dynamic, you know? And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Oh wow. I kind of like that. A trailer for ain't bad. 2000. That one's 2000. Oh, needs a wheel. Oh, is that why? Missing wheels. Sorry, y'all. I just seen this trailer here. I kind of need one because for my trailer, but I kind of want an enclosed one, to be honest. 999 for my motorcycle. I wonder how much that one is. Let me see. Curious. Cause I really do need one, y'all. That one's 5,000. Huh. Sorry, I got kind of distracted. But anyway, yeah. So, that's it. Yeah, but yeah. Like I said, it's either that like they're normally like into like this polygamous thing where like they want to just kind of like have orgies with everybody and kind of be fucking everybody and just be overly loose. And it's like, listen, do you? I'm not judging nobody. That's just not for me. I feel more attracted and connected to somebody when we have a, you know, a connection with just us, you know. Um, when you start getting into, you know, you banging him and you're banging her, you're bringing her, and it's just like I can't do all that. I can't, like, it's just too much. Let me see if the store is open. Why is this coming off? What in the actual fuck? Let me see. Oh man. I'm actually gonna go on the store because I need some clippers for my hair. If they're open. Hope they're open. Let's see. Time they open. They open up at 9:30. What time is it? It is crap. It's 9:09. Crap. Yeah, I don't feel like waiting. I don't feel like waiting. Man. But yeah, it's basically like I said though. I don't know, man. I'm just ranting. Y'all know, like I always do. I'm just ranting. Just kind of just speaking my mind. Just a lot that be on my mind. But again, it's a lot of guys that kind of, you know, feel this way about dating today. And I'm one of them. And I'm just talking about it because, you know, I think that it can be helpful, even though most people don't really care. I think that it matters to talk about it. So
Normal voltage. The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. The Bluetooth device connection is successful.
sweet. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know anymore, y'all. All I know is I definitely feel ripped off. I definitely feel like modern day dating is very much, I don't want to say impossible, but for whatever reason, women and their expectations of what is acceptable as a man has just became like so unreasonable. Like as a man, women now feel like if you can't basically like level up their life, like you're not worth their time. Like, why is it because I'm a man, I have to make your life better? Like, why isn't your life already how you want it to be, or you're already on your own trying to make it what you want it to be? Like, why are you like putting it, why are you basically making it a man's job that you don't even know? Basically, why are you making it his job to improve your life? Like, I don't understand that. And then saying that, well, if you can't make my life better, then you're not worth my time. You're not worth my time romantically. It seems like a very cowardly way to go about life. Like, you're looking to meet somebody romantically strictly with the idea of them basically making your life better. Like, I thought it was called love. Like, I thought it was called romance. I thought it was called like love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that whoever you date should be like just not have a job, not have a car, not have a home. But I don't feel like the person you date, you should come with the expectation of you're here to fix my life or make it better. I feel like, again, that's something you should already be doing on your own, or at least trying to figure out how to do on your own. Like, if you can't maintain your life at the very basic necessity level, then what does that say about you? But yet you want to make a man feel bad because he's not entering your life and being like, you're going to be rich now that you're dating me. It's just like, again, this is just my opinion. This is just how I feel. I'm just trying to make sense of all of these things in life that I see happening a certain way. I'm just trying to make sense of it. I feel like men, just because we're men, I feel like so much pull these windows up. I feel like just because we're men, I feel like so much is expected of us simply because we're men. It's almost like we're dehumanized. And it's like we can't show any type of vulnerability. And if we do, it's like we're automatically seen as undesirable or unattractive. Or, I just got done watching this video of this young man, and I really appreciate the fact that he was so genuine and authentic about his perspective on dating. He was told that, to date nowadays, you have to basically act like you're not interested in the person. You have to be toxic. You can't seem too interested. You can't seem like you're waiting and, wanting to hear from them. And the man, he's like, because he heard this from other men. And the guy looked maybe late 20s or early 30s. And he was just like, yo, like, why do I have to pretend to be a certain way that I'm not? Like, if I'm interested in you, why is it seen as something unattractive if I'm letting you know that I'm interested in you? Why isn't that a good thing? Why do I have to play this game and act like I'm not really as interested in you to supposedly make you more interested in me? But that's how it is now, though. And he was like, if I got to do all these little stupid tricks, play little mind games like this, then you there's no way you like me. But basically, everybody was basically saying that you have to do all these things and kind of play mind games, and I'm with him. If I got to do play all these mind games, it's just like clearly you don't like me. If there's all these, high demands and requirements of dating you or getting with you, if a woman is making it extremely difficult to get next to her, then just assume she don't like you like that. Like, that is my advice. That is my opinion. Most women that actually like men, that are interested in men, they make it extremely easy. They make it extremely easy to date them, to get with them, to have sex with them. They don't make it hard at all. Women, when they come with all these demands and, oh, you got to drive this, you got to buy me this, you got to do this, you got to have this, you have to have this much money. She's making it hard for you because she don't like you. This is one thing that I learned about dating. Women make it extremely easy to access them when they like you. This is one thing I learned a little while ago. If it's hard to get a date, if it's hard to set up a time to meet her, and she's always busy, oh, I can't this time, she don't like you. She don't like you. But like I said earlier in my last live, you used to be able to be a very, very average looking man, even below average looking man. And you used to be able to be that and still be able to find someone that you liked and that liked you, that was, that you found attractive. But nowadays, you got women that, aesthetically don't look any better than you. They're demanding that they deserve a rich, Morris Chestnut type of guy that's a billionaire. And if you ain't him, then you dusty and you don't deserve her. And it's like now all women would rather be single, or they would rather share that one man, and that one man is basically running through all of them, and taking none of them serious. So you got this what, top 10% of guys in the looks department, aesthetically and financially, and all the women now only want this one kind of guy, right? Because then I'm settling. So now all the women only want this kind of guy. So now these guys are basically getting all the women, basically, and they're not taking any of them serious. These women think that these men that can pretty much get any woman they want are going to take them seriously and want to be in a relationship or marry them. When in reality, these men are not taking any of these women because so many women at one time are trying to get with this one particular kind of guy. So when you have so many options, you're going to take very few of them seriously. So the very fact that women are basically overlooking all these other kind of guys, average guys in looks, average guys in earnings, and they're all saying, we all want this one kind of guy right here. That one kind of guy really typically is not taking any of them seriously. He's cracking y'all open and then tossing you. Then eventually he'll find that one girl that's feminine, that's cute, probably young, and basically marry her and wipe her up. But the rest of y'all, he's just like, yeah, I'll knock you down. You know what I'm saying? I'll knock you down a couple times. But I'm not trying to wife you though. You know what I'm saying? Like you got kids with another guy. You only want to get the benefits of my lifestyle and where I'm at right now financially. You wasn't even willing to stick by your man until he became the kind of man that I am right now. You want to be with this kind of man right now without knowing what it took for me to even get here. Why would I take you seriously? All of you types of women, all of y'all not even willing to stick with your men or your boyfriend until they become the type of guy that I am right now. But you think that now that I'm here, I want to wife you up? Yeah, I'll fuck you. I ain't gonna turn you on pussy. You giving you this lifestyle, this soft girl lifestyle, for what? You wasn't here when I was building this. You weren't here. You don't deserve it. No woman deserves a soft girl life that wasn't there through the whole process. Why would a man just give away that kind of lifestyle to a woman that wasn't there? You wasn't there. You didn't help build it. You think because you cute and you show up with a nice ass and cute face, and it might not be as cute as you appear to be because more than likely you got makeup on. Makeup takes away about, I don't know what 10 years? Take that makeup off. Take that wig off. I'm not saying you're not generally cute, but a lot of women, they cover up. Like, see, women are so hard when it comes to judging men strictly off of looks and like aesthetic things that men have no control over. Like, looks, how you look, your hairline, how tall you are, your teeth, all things. Well, you kind of have control of your teeth a little bit. You can keep your teeth clean, you can go to the dentist if you can afford it. But like some people just don't have like perfect teeth. I had to get braces through no fault of my own. I can't control that. That's just how my teeth were. But I got braces and they're still not right. My point is, women are so hard when it comes to aesthetics on how a man has to look to be good enough for them. But women are the main ones that cover up and mask how they actually look. You would be amazed at how unattractive a lot of women are once they take off their eyelashes, their makeup, and their hair. And I'm not saying this to be mean or a jerk. I'm saying this because women judge men so harshly on their appearance, on how they look. Oh, well, you got to be attracted to them. You got to have chemistry. Like, no, but what about how you look? You're not that pretty without your makeup. I'm sorry. You're not that pretty without your makeup. You're not that pretty without your skin toner and shit. You're not that pretty without your eyelashes. You're not that pretty without your wigs and all the other shit that y'all do, without your waist trainers and you know, like your body's not popping like that without that BBL or that, you know, I don't know, that the ass thing y'all put on your ass to make your ass look bigger. You ain't all that without all these fucking add-ons. Like, you're not that girl. A lot of women have been tricked and fooled into believing that they're way more attractive than what they actually are. It's the equivalent of what women would call a hatfish. Well, they're like a makeup fish. They're a wig fish. My point is, none of that should matter as much as we say it matters, because at the end of the day, we all have imperfections. We all have things about us that's not perfect. Some people have not great teeth. Some people have, I don't know, whatever. Might not be that tall. A woman might not have a nice round curvy figure. She might have a flat ass. It's like, dude, if your guy loves you, he's gonna love you if your ass is flat or not. He should love you if you got, and so I'm saying, it shouldn't be about all of this, you know, superficial shit. I can't stand it. It's so fake. It drives me insane. I've seen girls that haven't been that curvy, that have not had an ass, that I've been attracted to because of her personality and like just who she is as a person. Do I like a nice round ass too? Yeah, of course, but it shouldn't just come down to that. Like, it shouldn't just be, oh man, she gotta have a big fat ass if I date her. Like, is that a plus? Yeah, it's a plus. Do I like curvy women? Yeah, but like, it's not a deal breaker for me if your ass ain't that round and your titties ain't that big. It's not. If I actually like you. But women don't think like that though. If men judge women as harshly as women judge men on appearance and just imperfections or whatever the fuck, y'all wouldn't have nobody. Wouldn't be no dating, no fucking nothing. No shit. See, men don't look at women the way that women look at men. I've seen women that are like 5 foot nothing be like, I need a man that's at least like 6 feet. Nigga, you like Tom and Jerry looking. Nigga, like my pinky is bigger than you. What the fuck are you gonna do with a 6 foot nigga? What are you gonna do with the 6 foot tall man? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It makes absolutely no sense. But there's women that actually think like this. And see, typically men, are there some superficial men out there? Yes. There are some men that will say, oh, she got a flat ass. But from what I've seen, typically like men are more so to choosing a woman over who she actually is, her personality. And we've just gotten so far away from that. Everything is just strictly transactional. What kind of lifestyle can you give me like right now? Nobody wants to wait and build a better lifestyle together. Everybody just wants to I want soft girl lifestyle like right now. And if you can't give me that, then you're dusty, you're broke, you don't deserve me. I want. Give me. It's just like, what's the point of dating? What is the point? And that's what so many men are saying. Like, what is the point? Y'all ain't looking for love. Y'all are looking for lust. Y'all are looking for help. Y'all are looking for an upgrade in life. And it's not supposed to be about those things in the beginning. Yes, over time, yes, you should have expectations of at least maintaining or improving your life over time to upgrading. And then eventually he said, you know what, babe, I'm making enough money now. You can work if you want to, but you don't have to. I can pay for everything. I can give you spending money, do what you want to do. If you want to work, you're welcome to, but you don't have to. I can handle all this on my own. I've reached the point in my career or my financial goals, whether it's through entrepreneurial things or whatever the fuck you're doing, where I can sustain all of my finances and everything else, and yours included. I can just handle everything. You don't have to. Again, not saying you don't have to work. I'm not telling you not to work. But if you don't want to work, you can just say you don't have to. I got it. I got you. We good. Everything I can do it. You know what I'm saying? But nobody wants to actually progress to that point. That's what's changed. Women used to be willing to work up to that lifestyle, but the internet made everybody think that you're supposed to all have it like right now, and it happens overnight, right? And this is why women can't find any good men, because they're delusional. They think that you're not a good man if you can't do those things right now today. You're not worth my time. You're broke. You're dusty. You have to ride in the fucking what you call it? You have to ride in the hoopty until you can afford the sports car or the whatever the fuck you consider luxury or whatever. You gotta ride that bitch until you can get the other shit. You don't start out in no fucking Mercedes Benz. But the problem is, like, nowadays, every woman is like, oh, look at what he's driving. Yeah, I'm driving this to save money. I'm actually driving this so one day I can buy that car. But people only look at where you're at right now and say, oh, because you're right there right now, that must mean that, oh, that's just who you are. You are literally what I see you as and what I see you driving right now. Nobody has any vision anymore. Everybody's just so shallow and superficial. And I hate that shit, man. I hate it. Nobody's real. Nobody's down to earth no more. No one's like, you know what? I'm a guy. I'm a girl. I think you even if you don't think they're that cute, you seem nice. You seem cool. You seem like I can get along with you. No, it's just like, well, what do you have? What do you drive? How much money you got? What are you going to pay of mine that I have? Can you pay my bills? I don't even know you. I know nothing about you. And I feel ripped off. I feel scammed, that I live in a world now that didn't used to be like this. Women didn't used to be like this. It used to be way easier to meet somebody. Anyway, I'm about to go in the house, I guess, get some rest and hopefully get up and try to get some orders to make a little bit of extra money on the side. But it's just like, I feel for all the guys that's doing all the right things in life and they can't find a partner to grow with and, move forward and evolve with, because all the women now just think that you don't deserve a soft girl lifestyle from the beginning of meeting somebody. If every man gave us a woman because she's pretty and has a big butt, if every man from the beginning gave a woman that he dated or was interested in the soft girl lifestyle, you know what happened? She wouldn't appreciate it. She wouldn't appreciate it because she wouldn't understand what it took for that man to acquire that lifestyle to give to her. But if she was with that man along the journey, she's seen him hustling, grinding, long days, long hours, long nights, stacking money, making moves here, making moves there, moving this around financially so that he can invest in this thing or get this thing off the ground. If she was with him when they both are able to live that or upgrade to that lifestyle, she would appreciate it so much more because she's like, wow, I really watched you in your whole process of working your way. So when you basically was, not making hardly any money doing that thing until you progressed and now you're here. Like, that's amazing. Like, that's beautiful. Like, that's inspiring. Like, and she would have more appreciation for you and the lifestyle. Opposed to you just, here you go, here's this soccer lifestyle because you're pretty and you have nice ass. Here you go, just from the beginning. Like, there's no appreciation for like the journey, for the actual struggle to get there. I'm not saying that everything should be a struggle necessarily, but there should be a level of understanding of like the whole process and what it took to be able to do and give her that type of, lifestyle. And it makes you appreciate it and enjoy it more. So this is what we like forget now. We forget like there's a process to everything. We like forget the simple shit now. We forget simple fundamental shit. Because most humans nowadays take everything for granted. And I do sometimes too. I'll admit it, I do. But I try to get in a regular habit of reminding myself of what I can be grateful for, because a lot of people in other situations have it harder than me. I still fumble, I still revert, but I try to. So I look at that in the same way with like relationships. Like, okay, appreciate the men that are, they may have to work a lot. They may not be able to take you out to the most fancy places. And you know what? It may take time. It might take time. I don't know how long. But if that man is genuinely, earnestly like doing all the things that he's supposed to do and moving in that direction, like for me, for example, I'm trying to get my clothing brand off the ground. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm literally learning all this stuff as I go, right? Using AI to help me render and generate images to make clothing out of basically, trying to evolve in how I make my stuff. But it's just, I'm learning this all as I go. I have no clue what I'm doing. All right, okay, but I just got my website redone. I'm making like at least roughly like one design every day or other day. I'm trying to really get a good portfolio of designs before I start a really aggressive marketing campaign. I'm still trying to figure out what that's going to be exactly, but like right now, I just got my website redone. So now I'm just focusing on just really taking like my designs that I make or render using AI to like the next level, because AI, it's simple, it does it for you, but it still takes a large level of mental creativity, because I swear I have to like redescribe and redo these prompts like at least like, depending on what I'm looking for, what I'm going for, 20 to 30 times I have to like revise them until like the AI finally gets it right. So yes, like I feel like there's nothing wrong with using AI. I feel like we have these technologies, we should utilize them to work for us. There's a lot of people that look down on AI when it comes to any kind of like image generation. But I look at it like this: we have this technology. If we have it, we should use it to make our lives easier. I never claimed to be an artist. I never claimed to be an artist. All I've ever done is said, I want to make my own clothing brand. I never said, hey, a lot of people think that you're trying to be, I'm like, no, I'm not an artist. I just like to make my own clothes. I like to basically create my own clothing line. And I just happen to use technology to help me do that. Like, technology is here to make our lives better, easier, more efficient. And that's all I'm doing. So anyway, yeah, I have definitely progressed with my my brand and the process with that. But now I'm just focusing on building up a really cool, neat portfolio of just really awesome designs, and that's what I'm focused on right now. But I said I was going to redo my website, and I did do that, and now I'm just basically going through and revising stuff, or just basically creating a really solid a really solid portfolio of really just unique looking designs for the website. So yeah, but like again, it's people that were there in the beginning to see where you were at, see how your designs progress, and kind of like where they're going now, and just the overall business or whatever you're doing. People that were there in the beginning, and people that basically were there for the entire process, basically right up until you got the big deal, or your sales started going up, or like your overall business started to kind of blow up, and the sales started coming in. Your brand became recognized. You got some kind of like endorsement or some kind of contract or something that you got a bunch of money from. Just basically where you got to where you basically leveled up, and the money started coming in. People that were basically there from the beginning to the end process, to where the bag was now flowing righteously. That's what I'm talking about. So anyway, I'm about to go in here and chill, I guess, and just call today. I just had to express that because I still have hope. I don't really know where this society is going. I don't really know what's going to happen. Men, we've kind of just checked out from the whole. A lot of men have just completely checked out, including me. And we're just kind of letting women figure out, them, I guess, because from what I'm seeing and hearing, guys are just like, I don't want no parts of dealing with y'all because y'all tripping. Y'all are absolutely tripping, and I'm not even going to even try to come nowhere near meeting those expectations, because everything that y'all are wanting from a man is based on the wrong foundation. Y'all are dating with the wrong things in mind. Does money matter? Yes. Does security matter? Yes. But y'all are basically saying like money is the only thing that matters the most, and that's all. And it's just like, no. Because if that's the case, then the moment somebody comes along that has more or looks better than you or anything like that, you're going to be out of here, because you're not there for the love. You're there for the money first, or only. So yeah, anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Take it easy.